Here we are with what will get up to an 150 player pub stop match on the Cambrai Trenches for the over-the-top video game. Sorry if I butchered that map name, but here are the regiments that are playing on what side. And thank you to our YouTube members for your support. Your support is greatly appreciated. And with that being said, here we are with the match itself. The server population right now is 68. Numbers will go up as the round progresses. A bunch of bots in as well, so it's more than what the actual player count is underneath, I assume anyways. So, should be a good fight. Frontline reporters to show you what's going on the field. Both players will be on the Entente side. You have Racing, and then you also have Russian. Both guys are from the Royal Scots Guards Regiment, so appreciate their help with that. And so with that all being said, a minute or two late into the match here, as this is the first time I've seen an over-the-top match with 6 points of contention. And so it looks like instead of what we saw last week in there was an attacker and defender, and the attacking side had to capture a point, then you go to the next point. It looks like it's just kind of a free-for-all for all the points right now. Now, I'm pretty sure the Entente side started with 4 points. Nice little bombing run there. That didn't feel like a strafing run, but look at that. You got Russian right there. Look at that. So, of course, as we're trying over the top, covering it, feel free to give your thoughts. Right now, the Entente side has a majority of the points. Looks like you got the A point at the distance over here with a nice defensive area for the Entente. B point looks safe for them. Geez, this is just kind of a big U shape. Fascinatingly, the only point the Central Powers have is the E point right now, and there's like no one there right now. What the heck? D point's being fought over, although it looks like you only have Entente players here. And gee, this is huge. This is probably the biggest map I've seen in this game up to this time. F point's being taken by the Central Powers right now. Although there's only a couple of them there. It seems like a lot of that... I mean, where's the action? It's kind of like a guy or so fighting here and there. Really? But I mean... So you can get sometimes with a big spread out map and not a whole lot of people. So you get with War of Rights a good amount of the time as well. So Central Powers are starting to take this B point here. They need to take it back. Now, you can see the points on the top of your screen. Now, the points are a mix of, I think, kills that you get on your opponent and also points you have captured. Now, it's for sure points add up based on if you have a point captured, but for kills, I don't know. So, a little intense fighting here. Central Powers are going to win that. I mean, you don't really need a whole lot of guys to successfully take a point here. Looks like you got a little wave of bots here over a spawn here, which is a nice part of the game to keep the, you know, not as full servers. Still bussing, if you want to say that. But it looks like the Entente players right now trying to push through and make their way back to take this B point since the Central Powers have taken it. I mean, difficult to see with the snow, but you got the FEB points in favor of Central. CAD, a little more spread out, but the Entente have it. They're working their way slowly down this way, and they're starting to take the point back. What is that skin? Uh-oh. Is that a grenade? Oh, I saw one. So Central Powers are going to need to hold this. I mean, the Entente's dominating this match so far. Although the Entente looks like they're working much more together as a team than the Central Powers side. And it looks like they're going to take this back. I mean, not a lot of fighting, it appears, over the other points right now, which, I mean, that can just happen. So the Entente take the spot. Oh, of course, the glitching man. My favorite type of gunner. But they're just storming right through the trenches here. Can you even shoot out of this? Like, what? You can't even see anything. So, Entente starting to lose the point, although it looks like just some spawns here. But looks like the Entente have stormed that spawn position. So Central Powers are going to have to start focusing on a different area of this map. And I mean, it's a pretty spread out map, all things considered. A lot of the fighting, though, in trenches. Rip that guy.
Objective butter has been neutralized.
So, how are the Central Powers keep taking it back when it... Whoa. What the heck? How are you doing, good sir? You can't be there. So, Central Powers kind of going a little strafing run or something hits in.
We have lost objective butter.
I don't know if the Central Powers are holding this. I guess, man, the Entente players just keep dying. I just don't even notice it. Also, this is funny. They just don't notice each other. Oh, now they do. Rip that guy. That's an unfortunate way to go, is it not? I mean, it's hard to tell who these bots are, what side they're on, at least from this view. I mean, it looks like the Central Powers can still spawn out of here. My guess is they could spawn from down here, but I mean... So, I wonder if there's going to be, I mean, any other fighting over the other points. I mean, outside of guys maybe spawning in, there's nothing going on in the other points right now. You got a blimp up. I was a little surprising to see back at the save point, or maybe that's just where it is. A couple Central Power guys trying to flank around and get on this A point, but it looks like Entente's trying to take back the B point again. And I mean, the Central Powers are going to have to start capturing somewhere else. Now, with the snow, it's kind of difficult to see where everyone's at, because these name tags are... I could probably, in the HUD settings, I think, increase them. But... looks like that might be happening. A point under threat here by the Central Powers. This is what they need to do, because the Entente's really been putting pressure on that B point. That's the only point we've really seen fighting on in this match. And as a result of that, I mean, the Entente's not really too much further back. And so, Central Powers are going to take this A point. Looks like that B point is still... It looks like it's heading back in the Central Powers flavor, but here comes the Entente.
We have lost.
I mean, this trench warfare is nasty, that's for sure. I mean, I'm sure everyone appreciates the snow a little bit, because unlike Hell Let Loose, where the moment you step in the open, you die from a random direction. Oh man, that's a run and die simulator, that's for sure. This game's probably the case as well. Nice shots! The Varuni or whatever. Can you... That grenade hit his friendly, nice shot. So... Entente looks like they're starting to win back the B point, although they only have a couple of guys on it. A lot of the other points not being fought over, and Central Powers are starting to catch back up in the scoreboard here. But you got a lot of Entente gathered here. Probably all coming out of spawn and moving out together, but they're probably going to try to advance on this A point, I would assume. E point's being captured right now, so... I'm shocked the F point or the D point hasn't been fought over in the minute or two that we've been looking here, but you got one guy back here. I mean, that's all you need at times to cause a little chaos. So, holy bombing run. Entente's making a push back to try to retake their safe point here. One of them, anyways. In the A point. It looks like they're starting to. That's a dynamite. Should have moved. Got a quick little shootout here. Grenades being thrown here and there. That was an impressive dynamite, I will say, earlier. I mean, Entente's starting to take the point back, but Central Powers has a wave still behind the point. That's kind of what they've been doing this whole round. There's a whole kind of trench system here that they've been using pretty effectively. So, Entente take the point. They're just really fighting over this little area here. A little Molotov cocktail, something like that. But E point and F point starting to go in the Entente's favor. Entente barely ahead in the leaderboard right now. Or the scoreboard, I should say. Scoreboard. Oh, that body just went flying in the distance. Alright. How are they not... That's the kind of question is... You have a guy back here. He hasn't captured. Is he still here? No, he might be dead. Oh. Maybe not. E point and F point still held by Central Powers. You gotta hold those. Hello, plane. With her little strafing run there. But things have kind of set back down. Both sides retaining their save points. Entente starting to capture this F point here. Which there is a tank here. I'm gonna guess that's an Entente tank. Central Powers are starting to take the D point though. That's right next to here. Kind of a mix of guys from both teams here. Oh man, that would suck to die to a pickaxe. So you got a wave of Central Power guys trying to push up here. So after being pushed back at A, maybe thinking... Now obviously, with this being more of a public match, regimental matches hopefully to come more and more in the future as the game kind of grows and evolves. But, I mean, at least with the little coordination that we do see going on here. Entente's on that B point, because Central Powers kind of left this... what is it, south side of the map to more go towards the north side, and at least a group of them did. And that assault got held. And so Entente swings it back in their favor, up 4-2. Someone's decapping the extreme save point of the Central Power side. Now I find it fascinating that the Entente side put a blimp up on their side. Because appreciate the comments and DMs I was getting regarding how the game works. It's very helpful. But the blimp essentially prevents your opponent from being able to call in stuff. So I find it fascinating that they called in on their save point, per se. I assume it was called in because if it wasn't, then I assume the Central Powers would have one as well. But we got a little bit of trench warfare here across. I mean, this is just chaos. If anything, you have Central Power guys, a couple guys over here. They're trying to dig their own trench to the A point. It's so cool that you can just dig. Because it just... I mean, if you couldn't dig, the map's always the same. And so you're going to generally, especially in regimental events, what you see in War of Rights too, is you're going to have a strict meta. But if you could, like, change the terrain, you could add a lot of new things. A lot of beautiful new things at that. And you have plenty of the Entente, just don't even... Oh, rip that guy. Oh. So, it's just cool. Because the map will always change, and the strategy has to evolve as a result. So, C point starting to be captured by some Central Powers here, although Entente, you got their guys here. I don't know where that Entente guy went, but... there's a couple more behind. Points are going back and forth here. Entente's taking the F point here. The Central Powers, B point and A point flipping sides.
Lost objective Charlie.
I mean, what is going on here? And it just looks like a lot of the Entente moving out of a main spawn here, trying to get up. Someone's playing some musical instrument. So the points are really... Oh, rip that plane. The points are really flipping back and forth. The Central Powers have taken the southern side of the map entirely. And the Entente's taken the northern side, but a lot more on the south. So... where's that coming from? Oh, hello. Ramrod, you got a very big chin, my guy. But you're playing some nice tunes. So, yeah, this map's flipped on its head. And, I mean, it's a very... all things considered, looking at the score, things are very even so far. You got a lot of the Entente heading back from the D point. And looks like they're going to try to take their safe point back. That blimp is gone. So with that blimp gone, things can be called in. Grenades being thrown back and forth both sides. Entente's taking the furthest save point, that E point there, the crater. That's what the game likes to call it. Uh-oh, that's pretty hot, guys. You might want to move. So fairly even. I mean, a little over 13 minutes left on the round. Oh, what a shot. Dude, Cav is... What a guy. Cav hits a point blanker. Kills 2 with a knight. He's wearing, like, ancient body armor here. What the heck? What a mad lad. So, a lot of fighting seems to be happening, or at least a lot of bombing runs over the D point here. I mean, what's the server pop gotten to? Yeah, we're at a full pop. It definitely feels a lot more like it than it did initially. But Entente's kind of stuck in their own way right now. I mean, actually, it's fairly even. It feels like, I mean, the Central Powers have definitely punched back than what we saw at the beginning of the round. And, I mean, it's like we're watching Conquest in War of Rights where you're fighting over 3 points on a big map. I mean, there's a lot of fighting that's happening a lot of places. Apologies. This is probably going to look a little cursed on the screen. I'm going to turn down the... Actually, we'll just do it after the fact. Apologies if it does get a little laggy, as that FPS marker on the left side keeps popping up. I mean, there's a lot going on. It's a beautiful thing, right? Complete chaos. Actually, let me see if I can quickly find something here. General. Graphics. There we go. We'll just save it high and call it a day. Maybe we'll go medium. Guys, this is the how to change your settings screen. Clearly not enough. All right. We'll fix that later. Apologies if that does come up as an issue, but anyways, Entente looks like they might have a spawn or some... Nah, just a couple guys flanking on the rear side of this point. Causing a lot of chaos and whatnot there. I mean, they're just distracting a lot of Central Powers here. You got a couple tanks as well. Central Powers retain the lead on points, and they're starting to actually get a lead overall. So they gotta, as a team, kind of make a decision for what point they're gonna go on. Whose tank is this? Well, if it's Entente's, they gotta follow it. So red flare going up, officers calling in something. Entente's gonna rush for it. Looks like some chlorine gas being thrown down on the point. Gotta wear your gas mask. I assume that's what it is anyways. Jeez. And this tank is having a great time storming through the point. Entente's starting to take the point back. And what a really nice push from the Entente team. Still a lot of guys holding back. But real nice take. I wonder if... This is why I should probably play the game a little bit. If you take a point, then you could start spawning there. That's probably how it works. Rip that guy, nice flamethrower. Really good push by the Entente team, though. I mean, really coordinated there. They had the tank go. It almost looked like it was enemy tank just based on the way it was firing, but, you know, might as well have a little fun with it. But they followed the tank. It was beautifully executed, and they needed that because, you know, points are still fairly close, but they need it because Central Powers are immediately going to take the F point, neutralizing that assault on C. So the Entente's got to make a push towards a different point. I mean, this is... Central Powers are doing a really good job. I mean, there's 6 points in this map. You know, you might as well fight over all of them, right? Don't want to get bogged down in 1 or 2 of them. D point, Central Powers keep pushing through that. I mean, the F and D point fairly close to each other. They're going to keep pushing through here. Looks like they're just smoking out this little area here that they can hide in. Don't think it's an... Oh, that guy just was like, I'll burn. Come on, Slurps, I believe in you. But Central Powers, they're really taking over the... Oh, Rip Slurps. They're really taking over this game. I mean, this is just an absolute curve stomping. And I mean, that lead of theirs is growing significantly. Hello. So Entente's going to have to do kind of... I mean, the thing is that the Entente just threw a lot of what they had at a single point trying to take it. They did. And, you know, it's beautiful to watch, believe me. It's beautiful, but the Central Powers are just like, okay, we'll just go get another point, and simple as that. So blimp is put up by the Entente. Officers for the Central Powers can't call stuff in. Can be destroyed, though. Tank must be disabled, because I don't know why it's sitting there, but Entente's got to make a move. They got 8 minutes. Looks like they're starting to make a push towards the A point here. And some Entente over there at the E point. Looks like Central Powers putting up a blimp of their own. Man, that oh my, limbo. 3, 4, 5. Holy crap. 6. Someone needs to recruit this man. But this shouldn't hold for too long in terms of like the Entente losing 5-1 on points. I mean, you just have to spread out so much. But as the A point's being captured, Central Powers making a push now towards the C point. And it's starting to go their way. A fair amount of Entente here, though. Oh, that flamethrower. Oh, no fun. But the Entente guys here not on point. Oh, is this him? Oh, that was a different guy, but same. Oh, what a kill. That's one with the old body armor. Can he get 2? Misses or hits him. Oh, knocks him down, kills him. Good job. You know, if I ever start, like, actually playing this game on the ground, which, depending on how much free time I have, I need to run that. You know, actually, it's probably more annoying than not to do that, just because you'll probably die a lot. Because, you know, you don't bring a sword to a gunfight. A lot of the Entente on the A point, and I mean, for 75 guys on each side, maybe some bots in there too, the Central Powers should not have a 5-1 lead over any long period of time. That just doesn't seem right. It's like you're just going to be stretched out so thin. But I mean, the Entente's really clumped up. And they have, I mean, B point's being captured by a couple guys. But I mean, like, there's no Central Power there. There's barely any guys here. I mean, there's a couple over here. Whoa, rip that tank. But I mean, the Central Powers aren't covering all the points. It's just, yeah, look, it's just, the Entente runs and takes a point as a team very beautifully, and the Central Powers are just following them after the fact. And I mean, when everyone's so clumped up, too, one grenade, do you wonders. So, A point heading right back in Central Power's favor. And
we have lost objective apples.
okay, the points up top surely has to be a mix of kills and point capture, because there's no way it should be this close. I mean, briefly looking at the tab screen here, I mean, okay, so the Central Powers are winning a lot on victory points. That makes sense. Kills, though, are also favoring Central Powers. So, I wonder what that score up top is a combination of. Oh. Oh, there's a bot. Bot, watch out. There's fire there. So, Entente, crap. They might lose all 6. Entente has 5 of the points. Entente's capturing this 6 point right now. Or sorry, Central Powers. Holy crap. If Central Powers hold, they're going to capture all 6.
We have lost objective butter.
Although, as that happens, Entente finally taking some other points. You got a few guys here. It looks like they're capturing this E point here, which following this little tunnel here, which you got some Royal Scots Guards guys going in. Looks like it just pops out on the other end. They're trying to push the F point. I mean, it's getting desperate here for the Entente.
Capture objective Edward.
I mean, there's just less than 4 minutes left of this match.
We've captured objective.
They got D and F. I mean, they just got to spread out a lot more. This is so weird to say, too. I feel like when I watch War of Rights, it's like you need a team. You need to stick together, you know? And this game, especially this mode, I think, that doesn't necessarily need to be the case. Just because there's so many points to fight over. So, Entente need to win this F point. Because looks like you got a good amount of Entente spawning in at E. F point still held by Central Powers. It needs to be taken by the Entente here. I mean, what are they at? 1900, the Germans? I mean, if you add... Huh. I need to ask that, because I guess the points up top are very confusing what that score actually means. It probably could be just a mix of a lot of things. Doesn't seem like it should be, though. But nonetheless, Entente's making a push up. They're near the F point. They're not in. There's not a lot of Central Powers there. They don't necessarily know that, though. That's nasty. Starting to take the F point here. Oh my. That is just a whole little encampment in here. Someone just throw a grenade? Oh, okay. Oh. Alright, so Central Powers have the A, B, C, E point, D, and F in favor of the Entente right now. Looks like, yeah, big fighting over here. I mean, the Central Powers are just built different. I don't know how the score is so close on top. I'm intrigued at what the end of the round stuff says. This fire's in a almost near perfect spot. But really just a dominating round. I mean, Entente was winning pretty heavily at first. Server pop hit max, and ever since then, I mean, the Central Powers seem to be playing a lot more spread out. They're still somewhat in groups, but they're playing a lot more spread out, able to cover more ground, get more points, and they're just following where the Entente go. It's like, it's been a whole circle race this whole time. And so, I mean, props to Central Powers there for doing that, and they're going to get a very decisive win regardless of what that number up top says. So I'll be intrigued to see what the end of this round screen says. So, yeah, Central Powers win. That's no surprise there.
Good shots.
So, yeah, I mean, with that all being said, let's just give props to these guys. Thanks to the Royal Scots Guards for letting me join them today. I appreciate just them being able to organize this, and Racing and Russian especially for their frontline reporter views. It's always nice to see what's going on the ground from people's perspectives down there. But yeah, we started covering Over the Watch, Total War on top of War of Rights, what we normally do. Please feel free to give feedback on everything if this is a good idea. I mean, it's just, it'd be great whether this is a good idea or not, among other things. And look, here we go. Here's the score. So, oh, well, I need to look at that a little longer. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, go beneath the video, hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the War of Rights broadcasts we do. We might start live streaming over the top if we do this a lot more consistently, but it's not like there is a set time where I do this yet, and so that's why I'd be a little against it. But anyways, on top of the live streams that you can get for War of Rights broadcasts as a member, you can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get early access to all our non-War of Rights content. But yeah, appreciate you all. God bless. Please give feedback, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.